Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, their head coach has got to believe it in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
4 down, check, 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 24 carries, 138 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10. But he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McGee. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101 to try to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Williams now on 3rd down. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Williams. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And a give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
I got him.
Holding. Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. Now a first down carry for Harris. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Mike, 56, right there. 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Williams looking to throw on second down. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch 88.
Now Williams operating from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deron Payne in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Mayfield.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Right there, 56. So we got man. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Run.
Joe Schubert on the tackle. Get out of here. 24-yard line.
I'm going to hit you. 53 is the mark. 53. Check 53.
Brings up 3rd and 6. The quarterback on the scramble. Press play in punt formation for the Redskins.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set. 180. Get the ball. Double time. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 19-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I got. Mike 3. Here we go.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down. Mayfield's pass. Intended for number 82. Incomplete. That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
All day, baby. Let's go. Check 56. Hey, I'm coming. Get there.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Automatic 1st down.
Mike. I got him. Kill.
A gain of 10 yards.
Get ready.
Washington Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Switch. Yo, Trip is.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Browns' 28-yard line.
Check. 53, Mike. Check. 53.
Washington Redskins.
Run.
Number 28, the ball carrier. J.J. walked down the tackle. Brings up second and 4 at the 18-yard line. Damian Harris, the ball
You don't want
carrier.
to.
J.J. walked down the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 1.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Their mobile, agile quarterback. Touchdown number 18 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We got 4.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, Mayfield.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Beckham, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Browns.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Williams. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. 23 yards on the tuck and run. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's on Marquise Pouncey, the former Florida Gator. Williams to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
All day, every day, any day.
From the gun, Williams. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. A run for Nick Chubb.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Chubb. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mayfield now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 23. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here's Williams to throw on 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And taken right at the 35. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep down. That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that one obviously worked out, but it's one where you kind of hold your breath because he was sitting there waiting to take a hit as he threw that ball downfield.
And this is the NFL. You're going to be tested a lot as a guy throwing the football. Will you stand in there, take the hit, and deliver downfield? And when you do it consistently, your offensive line loves you, your receivers love you. Everyone does their job to the utmost because they have that kind of confidence in you, and they know that you've shown some toughness, and that's what he exhibited there.
But your body hates you.
No, your body's not real thrilled about the whole thing, but ice packs all around for the QB.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here comes the pressure, and the Browns block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The Browns are in the end zone. Touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped, and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position.
56 is the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Ready, go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So that one will be accepted. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Williams from the gun, he'll throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You better be on me.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Chubb on the counter. Bulldozes past him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Mike 3. I got you.
To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6. At the 12-yard.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Combo. I got one.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Easy work. It's easy work.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And he fires one incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Williams. And that's incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw, Williams. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Williams throwing to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Williams now operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And the Vikings opening up their lead. They've scored again. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. Oh, fighting off the defender. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Here's Williams. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be a 2nd and long. 2nd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now Williams throwing on 3rd and long. But it's brought in by Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3 down, 3 down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And fights through one man. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Mike. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Throwing on 1st down, Williams. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, watch 28. I'm on.
To throw again, Williams. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. This is Harris on the draw. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Keep playing hard.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Offside defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
Williams on 1st down. Complete to Washington. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Williams. That's taken in by Callaway. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. And this one's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Williams now to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They run. Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Cleveland, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.